Hello, friends. Good morning. How are you? How's your day? How's your week been? I was thinking about what to share with you today, and I started out with this question of why are we here? Why are we here sitting? And kind of in a roundabout way, it came to this word, connection. And what I think about when I think of connection in this instance is just as we're sitting here, we're connecting to the breath, right? Connecting to ourselves, maybe connecting in with parts of ourselves that we rarely pay attention to. And then as that connection is happening, there's also more connection possible with what's around us. Even thinking about these birds outside that we talk about a lot. But, just hearing them in times when maybe I would ignore is connection, connecting with the world around me. So there's connection, internal and external. And what is it like to connect with the present moment? There's just a whole range of, we could just go down and down and down this rabbit hole of connection in the way that meditation helps us find that. But I wonder what comes to mind when you think of that. What do you feel like you're connecting into? Is it just this breath for this moment? Great. Is there something else? Maybe you notice that you're growing more patient. And what kind of connection does that give you with the rest of the world, with the people in your life? Maybe just a little bit of attention or rest for the mind. And what does that do for the other things that you're doing? So all these little parts of our lives impact all the rest in this web of connection, right? Just like we're all here in it together, also connected in this wild net of humanity and beyond. We can't forget our other friends, plants, animals, the world. So as we sit today, just noticing these connections. Again, maybe it's something you feel in the body. Maybe there's something else that comes up. But if you haven't set yourself up for meditation already, please do. Let's find that comfortable but intentional posture, whatever that might mean today. And as you're setting up, really noticing how your body feels. Maybe it needs a little extra support today. Maybe it needs a little bit of adjustment, a little stretch here or there. If you're seated, making sure to sit tall. Let's bring our shoulders down away from the ears if they're up there. Find some relaxation in the scalp and jaw. Allow the belly to relax. Maybe closing the eyes or letting the gaze rest just a little ahead of you. And even here, noticing connection. So sometimes I like to just imagine where my connection is to the earth. So maybe it's through floors of a building, but it's still there, right? So we're connected there, feeling the connection around us, even to the air that's right here. And bringing your awareness to the breath if you haven't already. Allowing your attention to rest just right here in this flow. So feeling what it is to inhale and exhale in this moment. What this breath feels like. As we sit in some quiet together today, returning to this connection with the breath, however many times you need, however many distractions arise, just coming back gently, with care, and knowing that judgment, so even judgment about distraction, kind of takes apart this feeling of connection. So to stay connected with the breath in this moment, allowing that judgment to drop away and allowing yourself to be just here. If what you're experiencing today feels more like disconnection instead of connection, that's okay too. What is here? Being curious about this experience, whatever it might be. We're going to spend a few more minutes in quiet together. If you feel like you're kind of searching around for this sense of connection, maybe it's not a disconnection, but it's just what is here and going on. Just allow yourself to rest. Allow the mind and the searching to rest. Stay with the breath and see what unfolds. Maybe this is what you'll find today. Maybe something else is here. Before we close our time together, let's take just a moment to kind of be with what's around us, noticing what's holding you, noticing your connection to the space, hearing what there is to hear, feeling what there is to feel. Let's move into our 3 slow, deep breaths to close. Taking your time to really feel these inhales and exhales. Not pushing or forcing anything, but just being with. And as you're ready, starting to come back into the day, whatever might be next on the agenda, so to speak. I hope you give yourself some little movements, some stretches before jumping into what's next. Maybe noticing today a little of these connections, if that's what spoke to you. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, friends.